following is a presentation of Radio Plus Sports and Jeff's live streams.
Is behind him in the formation. And the handoff is going to go to Henschel. Henschel's got a gap and a seam. Henschel pile driving his way forward. Henschel to the end zone. Arms up for the Fond du Lac touchdown.
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association first place winner for best digital production in the state.
Delmacher rolling out to the left, flips the hips over the middle. He's got him! Brody Highland to the end zone! His second touchdown of the day!
In-depth interviews with coaches and players, sideline reports, expert analysis, and top-notch production.
Takes a snap, gives to Schomburg. Schomburg, hole, right side! Sideline, touchdown!
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association multiple-year first-place winner for best play-by-play in the state.
Cash it in, tie this thing up. Motion goes to Umentum. He'll line up at the backfield now. Williamson, play fake, looking, one-on-one coverage. Johnson, touchdown! Fond du Lac, a 27-yard strike. And there,
our sponsors include
Hoekstra's Greenhouse, Sam's Well Drilling, Katie's Log Cabin,
Generations Lanes and Angling Only, PT Tire and Service, Pinot Construction,
Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, Glamour Shop, Schaefer Auto,
Airtech, Coal, Oil and Propane, WIT Services,
Pioneer Keg, Lidke Lumber, Municipal Well and Pump,
All Phase Heating and Cooling, Integrity Saw and Tool.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth with Jeff's live stream, providing game day coverage.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mayville High School as the Mayville Cardinals continue their conference trek this year, and they'll take on the Campbellsport Cougars in what should be a battle of the top of the Flyweight Conference in volleyball. Justin Schwartzmiller alongside Jordan King. Jordan once again back in Mayville for another fantastic matchup.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit on Tuesday with a really good Luther Prep team in here, and big week for Mayville. Obviously, Tuesday didn't quite go the way that they wanted to, and an opportunity to flush that down the drain, bounce back, and get a big conference win against Campbellsport coming up here tonight. You know, last year, Campbellsport and Mayville met at the Hartford tournament. Mayville got the win there. They played the following Tuesday in conference action, and Campbellsport beat them in the regular season, kind of quote-unquote when it counted. And I know that one was one that stung for Coach Capps, where, you felt like you just beat the team, right? You feel like you're better than them, and Campbellsport got the better of them in the regular season matchup. And so, it's a big match between these two. Both of them will be at Beaver Dam coming up on Saturday, another chance to potentially meet in a tournament, but all they care about is the regular season meeting, right? Both of these teams have a legitimate chance at a conference championship, and tonight is going to go a long way into determining who you're not dead if you lose this one, obviously. You can still manage a tie if you get some help from, say, a Laconia or a WLA or a Springs, but this is going to go a long way into determining who wins the Flyweight Conference.
Oh, and it's funny, you talked about that last year at the Hartford tournament. Coach Capps will mention that in his interview, and obviously this is the one that matters. Both, they want to win this game, and obviously if they play on Saturday, they want to win that game as much, but this means more to both these teams. I mean, the last couple of years, it's been Laconia's conference to lose, and it feels a lot more open this year, especially for these two teams.
Yeah, and Campbellsport thought already last year they were going to contend with Laconia. They ended up doing so. They went into that final match with a chance to win the conference, and Laconia showed why they were so good and beat Campbellsport on their home court. But yeah, I have never talked to a coach or been part of a program where goal number one is not to win the conference. Obviously goal number two is to go as far as you can in the postseason, make a trip to state. The memories that go along with that are tremendous. But goal number one for every program of every sport that I've ever been around with and every coach that I've ever talked to is to win the conference. That's goal number one. Now, it's achievable for some teams and less so for others. And for these two teams, it's a realistic goal, and it starts tonight. Well, it started last week, but it starts in earnest tonight against really good, direct competition for that spot.
We're going to step aside. We'll run a couple of ads. We'll come back and talk about those Campbellsport Cougars after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Precision engineering, rigorous attention to detail. A Bryant Evolution heating system is so well designed, it's as much of a joy to install as it is to use.
Good to go.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
AirTech Heating, doing whatever it takes.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Welcome back here on the pregame show on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. Going to talk about the Campbellsport Cougars. And Jordan, we know that we're going to see Ellie Smith tonight, the junior outside hitter. Averages 3 kills a set, but she's the big one for them.
Yeah, Ellie Smith. There's, Emma Moraski is a. We'll say her name a ton as well, but it all starts with Ellie Smith. 96 kills already this season. Now, Campbellsport has played amongst the most matches in the conference. So you mentioned 3 kills per set. What I'm about to say, Campbellsport's played more matches than, say, Laconia so far this year. But Ellie Smith, 96 kills, leads the conference. Addie. Kensley McCauley with 83. Jenna Petrowitz from WLA in third with 72. Jill Pino from WLA with 59. And then tied in 6th, Emma Moraski, the setter. They do a 6-2 here as well, so 2 setters. Moraski's a really good hitter as well as setter. She's second in the conference in assists, and she is tied for 6th with 57 kills. Shaylin Whitaker, she is 5th in the conference in kills, and then Lillian Mansueto, we'll get to her. She's 8th right now in the conference in kills. So offensively, in a really good conference, led the way by Ellie Smith, who I'll tease this a little bit for Flyway Focus. In the next week or so-ish, we'll have our preseason early season watch list for volleyball coming out. And there's going to be players from both of these teams. I'll give you a little insight. Ellie Smith's going to be one of them. Lillian Mansueto is going to be one of them. They're 2 of the best players in the conference. Both of them lead their teams in kills. Both of them lead their teams in digs. So it's kind of interesting how it's almost a mirror of each other on the other side of the floor. And Ellie Smith, one of the most athletic outside hitters you will see. She's so fun to watch.
Haley Jondre leads this team in blocks with 16. And Jordan, when we're going to talk about Mayville, 16 seems low because we know what Mayville does.
And she leads the conference with 16, which is interesting.
And it's like 6 and 6. You go down to that. It's a big drop-off on this team. Mayville, I think, has a little more consistency at the top of the blocks. But you got a big middle hitter with Jondre. Digs per set is your libero, Ayla Garvey. And I remember her last year against Laconia. She was very good in that match. Laconia just kind of overwhelmed them last year. But another one we talk about, the liberos in this conference are all very good.
Yeah, Garvey, you mentioned her. Like I said, Smith's going to be in the back row. Moraski's going to be back there as well. Shea Williker will be back there. Campbellsport has a lot of really all-around good, quality, sound volleyball players, and that's why they've been able to hang with a lot of with tough competition all season long. They've beaten Division I teams. They've hung with some really good Division I teams, and so yeah, they're a tough outfit. And it's kind of interesting. Mayville prides itself on defense. Campbellsport's played some pretty good defense this year as well. You talked about their ability to dig the volleyball, and we're going to see that coming up tonight.
Leading in aces is Emma Moraski with 20, and then Breeley Tyson with 19, and Ayla Garvey with 17. That's a pretty good number so far. 0.7 aces % from all three of them.
Yeah, they're balanced. And the one thing I noticed from them at Hartford was they did not give many away. And you know, we hear this from every coach we talk to. That's a key. You can't give up. You can't give free points away, and that's one of the reasons that Campbellsport performed just a little bit better than Mayville at that Hartford tournament.
When we talked about Campbellsport, the biggest shock for us when we were up on Saturday, we talked about Campbellsport dropping a set to North Fond du Lac.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's one of those where, North Fond du Lac has size and they have some back row talent. So was it just one of those things where they made too many mistakes? And North Fond du Lac, like I said, they'll make you you have to beat them. They're not a team you can just show up and they're going to make service errors and hit the ball out of bounds. North Fond du Lac can play the game. Not to say Amro can't, by the way, and that's who Mayville played. Amro, the bottom of this conference is better than it was last year. And so I think that just, as the old saying goes, the water raises all boats, right? The high tide raises all boats. And I think as the lower level teams, so to speak, get better, this conference is just going to continue to get better. But yeah, that was a little bit surprising that they went forward with North Fondy.
All right, we're going to step aside, run a couple of ads. We'll come back and talk about the Mayville Cardinals after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams.
Looking for a reliable roofing contractor? Witt Services has got you covered. With 5 years of experience, they specialize in everything from roof repairs to full replacements. Their team is dedicated to quality workmanship and customer satisfaction. Plus, they offer free estimates, so you know exactly what to expect. Whether it's a leaky roof or a complete overhaul, Witt Services is the go-to choice for all roofing needs. Don't wait. Reach out today. Coal Oil and Propane is committed to establishing and upholding lasting relationships with our respected customers. We pledge to provide exceptional and reliable service, exceeding your expectations, and are dedicated to continuous improvement, embracing and driving change to better serve you. Whether you need service for residential, commercial, or agricultural, Coal Oil and Propane has you covered. Our goals are simple: great products, competitive pricing, and reliable service. Contact Coal Oil and Propane for all your fuel and lubricant needs. Trust Coal Oil and Propane.
We are Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, and we have been leading a greenhouse here in Fox Lake since 1981. Family owned and operated, we provide beautiful flower baskets and fruit and vegetables to residents of South Central Wisconsin. We know the importance of having a variety of flowers, fruits, and vegetables available to our customers throughout the year. Discover the finest selection of locally grown produce, including sweet corn, tomatoes, and cucumbers, along with a variety of fresh fruits. At Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, we believe in providing our customers with the freshest and highest quality produce. Come visit us and taste the difference.
All Phase HVAC sales and service is the go-to for heating, cooling, and geothermal needs. Whether it's sweltering summer days or chilly winter nights, they've got the perfect solution. Their team is dedicated to keeping homes comfortable year-round with top-notch installations and reliable repairs. Plus, they offer energy-efficient options that save money while keeping homes cozy. Trust All Phase for all HVAC needs and enjoy a comfortable home no matter the season. Call All Phase HVAC today.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner, grab one of the daily specials, or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience in your own backyard. Hi, this is Dave, third generation of the family-owned and operated Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira. I welcome you to experience what the hometown lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one old ring to all the building materials to build a house, we had the products to get the job done. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your hometown lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira, where the tracks cross Main, or online at lidkelumber.com.
Municipal Well and Pump began over 100 years ago, one community and one relationship at a time. Employee owned, employee accountable, a personal stake in every project. Today, we are the largest well and pump contractor in the region. Our customers know us as honest people who treat them as people. We believe every family deserves clean, abundant water. To us, nothing is more important. We might not always be the lowest priced option, but integrity and dependability can be rare. And in this vital industry, prioritizing a quality experience creates lifetime relationships. Municipal Well and Pump. We care about keeping clients connected to water.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperations with Jeff's live streams. Going to talk about the Mayville Cardinals. Lillian Mansueto leads this team in kills per set with 2.4. Brielle Ehlers with 1.6. And Leah Vosco with 1.4. All three of them, I would say, had a pretty quiet match on Tuesday.
Yeah, and a lot of that was due to the pressure. I mean, look, Mayville's got to pass the ball better tonight if they want a different result to what happened. Because Campbell, make no mistake about it, Campbellsport is plenty good enough to sweep Mayville if they don't come to play. And I'm sure Coach Capps would have been telling his girls that. And I think they probably know that. There's a lot of familiarity here. So they got to pass the ball because they did not get their middles going at all, despite having a size advantage, I thought, against Prep on Tuesday. Now, again, Prep's ultra athletic. They were swinging hard. They were passing well. So some of that, you got to give the opponent you got to give them their flowers as well. But they, got to get into system here a little bit more and give those middles, Ehlers, Voskel, and then Mansueto can swing in the back. She can swing on the outside. Give them opportunities here in system. And the offense is just going to look much better.
We talked about the blocks of Mayville. Yeah, Bosco with 13, Bader with 11, Ehlers with 10. We talked more consistent at the top with this Mayville team.
Yeah, and they get together. Obviously for Jandre, she's got a lot of solo blocks, as you would expect. She's by far and away their tallest and most athletic. Maybe not most athletic, but combination of athleticism with height. She's their tallest player by a mile. Whereas, Mayville just puts you under so much pressure because there's always a two-person block in your way, no matter where you are on the floor with the height. Voskel and Shelfeffer and Bader, you're like, holy smokes, that you got all that coming back. Let's add 6 foot and even middle stat, 6'1" Brielle Ehlers. And, now you got 5 players that go 6 foot or more, maybe 5'11". That's such an imposing front line.
Digs per set, Mansueto out of the back row, and she kind of digs from everywhere with 3.8. Vandershoff, one of the top liberos in the conference with 3.5. And then Neva Middlestat, the freshman, with 2.0. Aces, and Coach Capps will tell you this, they are not a great serving team when it comes to aces. Only 9 from Bosco, 7 from Mansueto, and 6 from Vandershoff. He just wants them to get it in play, and they did struggle with that on Tuesday. Serving was a problem. Yeah, well, we know what their philosophy is. They want to be great defensively, which, they weren't awesome on Tuesday. But what's step one of being great defensively? It's making sure that you make the other team field 3 passes. And so they got to get their serves in. You can't give anything away against Campbellsport because Campbellsport's a really good serving team in their own right. So that's another big key. And I think that I had a conversation with some Mayville parents about this on Tuesday. The first pass was a problem for them. They struggled getting that first pass accurate on Tuesday. And I credit that to Luther Prep too. Yeah, because the serves were perfect. Yeah, but you got to find a way because that's why it's easy to just say, man, Ehlers really didn't get into the match. Man, Middlestat and Hardesty, they weren't finding people with their sets. It's easy to say that. How many times did we see Neva Middlestat or Reagan Hardesty sprinting across the court just trying to get their hands on something when the serve receive wasn't there? So serve receive is so important, and you fix that, you fix a lot of problems in volleyball. We're going to step aside. We'll run a couple more ads. We'll come back with the interview with Coach Alan Capps after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams.
The Pioneer Keg. Great food meets a fun atmosphere. Dive into their full menu featuring award-winning cheese curds and our homemade pizzas that are simply Try the famous Brewmaster Challenge, where the food takes center stage. And if it's Friday, get ready for our amazing Friday fish fry. Check out our relaxed atmosphere, hang with friends, where everyone has a good time. Come thirsty, come hungry, and leave happy. The Pioneer Keg, 122 South Milwaukee Street, Theresa, Wisconsin.
Whether you enjoy the sunshine of summer with boating, jet skiing, UTV riding, mowing lawn, gardening, or camping, enjoy the leaves falling in autumn, getting to that perfect nature walk or hunting, or enjoying the Wisconsin snowfall hiking, four-wheeling, snowmobiling, traveling across the state, or just driving up and down your driveway, call PT Tire and Service for all your automotive and recreational needs. Call 920-346-TIRE. Located in Lamira, Wisconsin, Schaefer Auto is your go-to destination for quality used vehicles at unbeatable prices. Our mission is to provide dependable cars that fit your budget, and we take pride in offering a wide selection of makes, models, years, and mileage options. If the vehicle you're looking for isn't on our lot, don't worry. Our team is dedicated to finding exactly what you need. Visit Schaefer Auto for your next purchase, where we'll work with you to find a car tailored to meet your needs. Schaefer Auto.
Upgrade your comfort and living space for 2025. Your living room should be a place of comfort and connection. A sectional provides the perfect blend of style and function, giving you plenty of seating for family, friends, and relaxation. For 50 years and counting, Verhaeg's Furniture has been proudly serving the Waupun area at prices you can afford. Visit us today at 806 West Main Street, Waupun, and experience quality, comfort, and service you can trust. Visit our website at www.verhaegsfurniture.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay updated on our latest arrivals, events, and deals. Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, 50 years strong, quality you trust, prices you'll love.
Sam's.
When you're not watching games on Radio Plus or Jeff's live streams, find the latest scores and top performers from the Flyway Conference by following Flyway Focus on Facebook, Instagram, and X, and stay up to date with the latest conference news every morning with the Flyway Focus Sports Report on YouTube or Spotify.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on Radio Plus Video Sports, here with Coach Alan Capps. Coach, obviously the way we didn't want things to go on Tuesday with against a good Luther Prep team, but now you come in, you have a tough conference test early in the season against Campbellsport.
That's right. Tuesday night, let's hand it to Luther Prep. They came ready. Thought the first set we played really strong until the last 5 points, and that was not what we wanted to see. So I thought that our work level and our emotions got the best of us that night. So at practice last night, we didn't go back to the drawing board because I think that if we go play who we are, that's pretty good ball. And so we talked about confidence and aggressive are our only non-negotiables that we're playing with tonight.
Much like you guys, Campbellsport, a younger team with a lot of juniors and sophomores on that team, and what can you guys take into this, obviously, and experience-wise coming into this conference matchup tonight?
Well, I think this match goes back to last year. Last year at the Hartford tournament, we played a nice match against them, and we beat them on Saturday. And then 4 days later, we went to their place on Tuesday and played the actual conference match, and we ended up losing. And that just did not stick well with us. Campbellsport, we knew those sophomores last year were pretty strong. We knew that they'd be around for a long time. Now, I know that we have our own sophomores last year who are now juniors. And so we're probably just as young as they are, if not younger. We have our one senior. I know they have a couple seniors, but we're going into this from a position as they are the favorites. We felt that last year they finished second, we finished third. So we're going to go and try to take them down because, yes, Laconia has something to say. Until someone knocks them off, they're still the royalty of the conference. But we're going to go take care of the first match and try to make that Laconia game mean something.
Coach, obviously you had some takeaways you could take out of that first set against Luther Prep, but overall last night working on stuff in practice, what was the biggest thing you guys worked on to try to get yourself ready for this Campbellsport matchup?
I felt like our worst thing. I'm a defensive coach, and I take very, very much pride on that. And our defense was awful. It was absolutely awful. I don't even know how many times we were in the net. It was just, like, don't get me wrong, you have to be up in the net. But we're big and strong. I mean, like, we shouldn't have been in the net as much as we were. And I think that was bothering Luther Prep. Then all of a sudden we got blocked a couple times, and we got real soft. We got tippy. Everybody was afraid to take a swing. And we started just, instead of being the hammer, we were the nail. And that wasn't who we were. And so we really worked on the concept of fly to the ball. And so you'll hear me yelling tonight, fly, fly, fly. That's our code word that, hey, you have to go work hard, and you have to chase, and you have to make plays. And you can't watch. And I thought we had a lot of people watching on Tuesday night.
Motivational speech tonight. What is your biggest thing to motivate these girls for this matchup? I know it's not hard to motivate anybody for a matchup like this in a conference rivalry matchup.
The concept of you're playing for each other. And so, matter of fact, in just a few minutes, as soon as I'm done with this interview, we're going to go to my classroom, and we're going to watch that clip from Miracle where after they lose that match, they go to and start running ice lines. And at the end, Rosioni stands up and says his name and where he's from, and Herb says, and who do you play for? And before this, there had been setting up that they all played for their colleges. And then at this moment, he says, USA. And so tonight, we're going to go take this concept of who do you play for? And they're going to come together and hopefully do it for each other.
You're tugging at my heartstrings with that one as a hockey guy. I could probably, every word of that speech I could probably say to you right about now. But, Coach, anything else you want to add in before the game tonight?
I just respect both these two teams tonight. Campbellsport they've worked so hard because they don't have a storied tradition either. And so now, the flyaway kind of turning topsy-turvy of, who some of the teams are. I'm pretty convinced that Springs will get it together and WLA will get it together because, they do have tradition. But let's see if we can't get to this point to where maybe some fresh blood this year.
All right, that was Coach Alan Capps here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams on the pregame show. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus.
Is a family-owned business with over 75 years in the water well drilling industry. We can help you with all of your well drilling needs. Our crews are experienced at finding the proper location, setting up the rigs and equipment in all types of circumstances, and drilling to the appropriate depth so that you have fresh, clean water. SAMS also drills wells for commercial and municipal projects. No project is too large or small for SAMS well drilling. We at SAMS are thankful to be involved in supplying the well water needs of people all over Wisconsin. SAMS well drilling, well worth it.
Angling-only guide service with Captain Jeremy Brenner.
Captain Jeremy Brenner here. We are the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. The cost is $400 per trip Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and only $340 on weekdays for up to 6 people. I personally guarantee you will catch fish. The season runs June through Labor Day. Contact me at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com to book today and check out my Facebook page, Captain Jeremy Brenner, Sheboygan Salmon.
Make your next fundraiser fantastic with a Leroy Meats Broad Fry in Fox Lake or Horicon. It's the tastiest way to raise funds for your local nonprofit group. Stop in or call to sign up today. While you're there, check out Leroy Meat's freshest cuts of meat, award-winning sausages, an amazing sides, salads, cheese, heat and eat meals, and much more. Leroy Meats, your old-fashioned meat market in Horicon, Ripon, and Fox Lake. Find this week's lunch menu, coupons, and sale items at LeroyMeats.com.
At Mayville Savings Bank, we're a bank that is here for you, helping you save money instead of piling on service fees. We still take walk-ins, no appointment necessary. We're a bank where your loan is a local decision, with friendly employees that still answer our phones. A bank that offers online and mobile banking. We're a bank where you're our best interest. Bank at the bank you own. Mayville Savings Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There has never been a better time to shop Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen is featuring a fashionable selection of furniture and flooring. That means remarkable savings on name brand furniture, top quality name brands at special competitive prices. You'll get the taste, quality, and personalized service that has separated the Werner Harmsen name from the best. Find their showroom in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring. Taste, service, selection. It's worth the drive to beautiful downtown Waupun.
Skyline Home Improvements, LLC is a proud sponsor celebrating 25 years. Cody and Dwayne are proud to be a 4-star certified CertainTeed single installer, offering up to a 50-year warranty on shingles and a 10-year warranty on workmanship. Whether it's a steel roof or rubber roof and shingles, make the right choice. Skyline Home Improvements, LLC. Free estimates, of course, from the football guys at Skyline Home Improvements. So what do you say? Let's get started on your home improvement.
You take steps to keep yourself in top performance. When was the last time you did the same for your home's air system? Annual maintenance from the experts at Surefire helps to extend the life of your system. Proper maintenance can be the difference in years for your home's air system and major savings in energy costs when it's running at its best. Keeping your home's air system at its best will help you stay at your best for what's really important. Trust your home with Surefire. Surefire, keeping what's important comfortable since 1947.
Looking for a change? A new career that checks all of the boxes? Excellent benefits? A great team culture? And plenty of room to grow? Metalcraft of Mayville is looking for candidates like you to fill openings in Mayville, West Bend, and Beaver Dam. Metalcraft truly believes employees make the difference, offering paid training, top wages, and a regularly sanitized, safe workplace. Apply today at mtlcraft.com.
Metalcraft of Mayville.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports. The starting lineups for the Campbellsport Cougars. Emma Moraski will get the start. Number 10, Kaylee Jondre. Number 11, Ellie Smith. Yeah, go through my number 19, right? Is that the next one we got? Chloe Barris.
Gracie Schwartz.
Gracie Schwartz. Oh, I'm way down here. Gracie Schwartz, and then we had, last one was 14.
Yep.
Brielle Why'd they
Breely
go out of order?
Tyson's.
Why'd they go out of order?
Breely Tyson, and then number 2 is Ava Smith.
Now they're going out of number order on me. That's screwing with me.
And the libero is Ayla Garvey. There you go.
They're messing me up here. Starting for the Cards, a sophomore number 2, Megan Owendorf, as well as a freshman number 8, Neva Middlestat. Now they go all out of numbered order here. Why did they do that to me? You got number 9, Lillian Mansueto. Number 10, a junior, Leah Bosco. Number 12, a sophomore, Amelia Bader. There's Megan Wendorf, and then it'll be number 6, a freshman, Brielle Ehlers. And then the libero, number 14, Larissa Vanderschaaf.
You know, Coach Hilber down there doing a great job, excellent job on the PA. He has the lineup card down there. So this, I bet you he's going based on serving
Position.
order.
Yeah.
And that was why Moraski went first. The only reason I think that is because Moraski usually starts things off for Campbellsport serving-wise. And again, just to kind of circle up our pregame talk, Smith leads the conference in kills. Jondre leads the conference in blocks, and Moraski is second in assists. So that just tells you the talent that exists on an individual level on this Campbellsport roster. And it's going to be a handful for Mayville. They always want to play good defense. It was good to see Prep on Tuesday because this is a potent offense, almost as potent as you're going to get.
Just just about ready to get underway. Mayville will serve first as the ball is on their end, so I'm going to go with they serve first.
Yeah, and then just a couple of Mayville, some conference rankings for them. Lillian Mansueto, 8th with 56 kills. Leah Voskell, 3rd with 13 blocks. And Bader is tied for 4th with 11 blocks. And then Neva Middlestat has 83 assists. That's good for 5th in the Flyweight Conference. So there you go.
She will start serving in this one.
Big match here. This is, both teams got to believe this is a must-win if they're going to win the Flyweight Conference.
Middlestat just about ready to get underway. The whistle. And we start Flyweight Conference volleyball with a service error. Deep from Middlestat, and she had a couple of those on Tuesday. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and you said it in the pregame show. Mayville is not a team that's going to ace you very much, so you got to get that serve in and put some pressure on the opponent.
Moraski to serve. Wendorf takes it out of the back row. Mansueto gets to it, and her shot can't get it over. 2-0 Cougars.
Moraski on the other side. I'm going to get Moraski and Mansueto mixed up all match long, I can tell you that. But Moraski will ace you. We talked about her, 20 aces on the season.
Ready to serve once again. Wendorf digs again. Bader, free ball coming over. Out of the back row, goes cross court, rolled on over. Mansueto to Middlestat, back to Mansueto off the top of the block. Good dig out of the back row, nobody's going to get to it. Good effort from Josie Tuig, just not a whole lot going on there. It was a good swing from Mansueto.
Yeah, and that was, again there, both serve receives from Mayville were a little loose there, so, lucky that a free ball didn't cost you against the Cougars.
Garvey with a good dig out of the back row. Back set off the back, top of the block. And that one blocked again, and they're going to say 4 here. That one went off the tape. The down official makes the call. We're tied at 2.
Yeah, late whistle, but the right one. And Campbellsport didn't argue. They knew that one never got over.
Mansueto back to the back row. Smith, cross court knocked over by Tuig. Mansueto to Middlestat, sets to Bader. Bader with a big swing off the block. Good dig in the back row. Cross court set. Big swing through the block. Mabel keeps it alive and gets it over.
And an overpass.
Bader taps it down. They go back to the far side off the top of the block. Ellie Smith with another big swing. And can't get the free ball over a shelf effort. What a rally that was defensively for Mayville.
Yeah, you can see Coach Capps there in the corner. He loves that. That was, regardless of the fact you gave up points there, it was great hustle to keep it alive. This is, he's one of the things he said last year is we want to be like playing against a brick wall where you just feel like, man, we keep hitting it against this brick wall and it keeps coming back at us. And that was a good example of that.
Voskell will go back to serve as a service error from Ellie Smith. Dug out of the back row. Smith goes to cross court and no chance on that far side. It was a tough set going to Shaylin Williker. Williker. I was right. I wanted to say Whitaker at first. We'll get through it. Voskell serves once again. Garvey out of the back row. Set in the middle. Miscommunication between Jandre and Williker. I think it was a bad set.
Yeah, well, I think it was right on the money for Jandre. I think she just thought it was Williker's. I don't know what happened there. She turned to Moraski, and Moraski couldn't believe that Jandre didn't go get it.
Good swing on what looked like a harmless play. Just missed out from Shaylin Williker.
No, they gave it to her.
They gave it to her. I was like, I thought it did hit the line.
Yeah, that was a great swing, too. As you mentioned, that was a wide set, and she went and got it kind of behind her, and that's the athleticism she possesses.
Garvey to serve for the Cougars. That one's deep, 6-4.
Yeah, that's 2 errors already for Campbellsport, and something that I really did not see that much of at that Hartford tournament. And I think Shea Williker has been such a important piece for Campbellsport this year. Last year it was always trying to find who was going to be that third after that next option after Ellie Smith, and just looking for some more consistency. And Shea Williker has been great.
The dig by Shelvepper on the near side. Weniger gets the tip shot to go. It's 7-4 Cards.
We didn't see a ton of Wenninger on Tuesday, and I was a little surprised by that. I thought she's had a decent start to this season.
Hardesty with a swing into the back row off the basketball hoop and tried to roll it over for the free ball. No good. 8-4.
Yeah.
The Cards did it a couple times now. Campbellsport struggling on the first pass.
Yeah, this is as out of sorts as I've seen Campbellsport. Even against Hartford, they lost twice to Hartford. They played 2 really nice matches. Here's an ace.
Hardesty will get the ace. It's 9-4.
On the celebration, Hardesty almost knocked Ehlers over.
9-4 lead for the Cards. It was 5-4 going into this. I think they're yelling at them. They got to get up in the students up into there again.
Get off the court, yeah.
Yep. They yelled at them. I think they yelled at them on Tuesday as well. So
it's one of those things.
Out of the back row by Smith. Moraski to set. And just a little bit too far behind Josie Tuig once again. It's 10-4. And I kind of like this from Coach Allie Brenner. She's letting them play. She's letting them figure it out on their own.
Yeah, I don't know how long she'll be willing to let this go. I know some coaches don't like to take timeouts too early inside of a set, but might have to start thinking about it. And there goes Schellpfeffer with a monster swing.
Goes cross court with it too, and we saw her do it a couple times the other day. She was one of the lone bright spots on Tuesday. She had a couple defensive lapses, but was very good offensively. And Campbellsport going to take that timeout. It's 11-4. We'll take it with them. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
At Bernhard Plumbing, true craftsmen are who we are. Providing customer satisfaction is what we do.
For new construction or remodeling projects, we cover the full spectrum of plumbing design, installation, and code compliance. Bernhard Plumbing does it right down to the smallest detail.
Our experience with Bernhard Plumbing has been absolutely fabulous. They are reliable, dependable, trustworthy, and professional.
Since 1954, a legacy of service, quality, and customer satisfaction.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy, pre- and post-orthopedic surgery, to work and sports injuries.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live streams. Moraski gets to this one. Williker from the 10-foot line with a good swing that just finds the back line. It's 11-5.
Yeah, and that's something Campbellsport needed in a big way. And going to see Gracie Schwartz come back in here. She's a pretty good server, and she's going to now set, which means Moraski's in the front row, and she'll be up there to swing. And that's a great serve.
That was a rocket. Ehlers with a big swing in the middle. Good to see her get going after a rough Tuesday. It's 12-5.
Yeah, and again, like we said in the pregame, there's a reason it was a rough Tuesday for her. She never got a pass like that. All night long, she never got a pass like that against Luther Prep, and that's just what she can bring to the table if Mayville can clean some things up passing the volleyball.
Good tip on the outside off a tough set by Emma Moraski. Williker kind of put it a little close to the net. Moraski torques her body and gets the tip.
I don't know that Williker has an assist all season long. That is not her forte, but an excellent job by Moraski. She's a great athlete, tremendous softball player in the spring as well for this Cougar team.
And third service error of the set coming from Campbellsport. That one from Ava Smith rips it into the net.
Yeah, and that's been a killer.
Vander Schaap goes back to serve for the Cards. Garvey out of the back row. They go cross court to Ellie Smith with the swing. It's 13-7.
Yeah, there's the first swing in system for Ellie Smith, and you saw what she can do with it. I'll say that was one heck of a underhanded set from Gracie Schwartz there to put it right on the money.
You beat me to it. That was what I was going to mention. It's a beautiful set. Mansueto digs it out of the back row. Hardesty with the back set to Wenninger. A tip roll shot, good dig by Smith. Kept up. Ellie Smith will knock it over and puck it to the back row. Mayville's just going to have to be content with the free ball, and Bosco finds the middle of the floor with some miscommunication. It's 14-7.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there for Campbellsport. You know, just they thought it was going to go deeper on the free ball, and as you mentioned, miscommunication is a kind way of putting that one.
Middlestat goes back to serve, 14-7 for the Cards. Smith digs it out of the back row. A set goes to Ellie Smith off the top of the block. They keep it alive, Mansueto. Got to get it over. Overpass. John Dre knocks it down. 14-8 now. And you see that height in the middle. And you wouldn't think for Campbellsport it would ever be matched with John Dre in the middle. Or even Mayville-wise. I mean, it wouldn't get matched. And height is matched in this one in the middle.
Yeah, it's a good battle, and I'm looking forward to that. We talked about it a couple of times in the pregame. Well, that was mighty close to the antenna.
Ellie Smith gets freed up and hammers that one deep. 15-8 Cards. And right now, if you're Campbellsport, you can't keep siding out at this point. You need to go on a run. The Cards are content with it.
And they'll be calm enough to get back into this for sure. We'll see. They got to clean a few things up technically.
Garvey digs it up and ripped into the net on a far side set from Moraski to Tuig.
Yeah, and see, that's someone that gets it there. The libero Garvey, she took responsibility for that set from Moraski because she knows that it was a loose pass, and it's so hard to get a good set. Good tip there by Smith as she continues to get going here in this first set.
Good recognition that she wasn't going to get that set through the block on the swing. Finds a tip and in a good spot. Vandershoff couldn't get to it. Smith serves. Mansueto digs. Middlestat goes to Shelfeffer with a big swing through the block. It's the Cards point at 17-9. Good to see her swinging freely.
Someone was into the net there. They're going to say Shelfeffer was under the net.
Under the net. Now it'll be the Mayville.
That was that was a late whistle, and that's a big call.
Back-to-back late one, a couple late ones we've had now. 16-10, Ellie Smith still serving. That one deep, 17-10. Not deep by much, though.
No, but she won't be happy, and I don't think Coach Brenner will be happy either. That's number 4 on the service error side of things, something that has kind of plagued them here in set number 1.
Moraski goes cross-court. Williker down the line, and it's out. They're looking for a touch, and I don't think there was a touch. Maybe I was blind to it, but it's 18-10.
Yeah, line judge said it was outside the antenna, so.
Moraski with the back set. Off the block from Tuig and falls down. Middlestat, or actually that's Ehlers with the block. Good to see her get going, Jordan.
Yeah. Tuesday had to be frustrating with just the lack of service to her. And as you mentioned, she has started off this one on fire, as has pretty much every Cardinal out there.
Williker goes outside the antenna again. It's 20-10, and the Cards are running away with set 1.
Yeah, this is surprising. This is a first set score that would surprise a few people around the flyway, I think.
Bosco with the serve. Garvey out of the back row. Moraski to set. Goes over to Williker. Has to readjust off the top of the block. Middlestat goes cross court. Shelfeffer with a high tip. Moraski digs it. Smith goes. Williker. Tip off the block and off the hands. Bader with the block kill. It's 21-10. Jordan, I mean, I don't know what to say. We're probably as shocked as maybe some people at home. Maybe not. Smith digs. Moraski sets. John Dre with the swing and the kill. It's 21-11.
Yeah, that was one of the better passes we've seen in the back row from Campbellsport here in this first set. Moraski, both Moraski and Schwartz, Gracie Schwartz, they've both been asked to do a lot as setters, and you can only make, it's hard to make lemonade with oranges, as they say. But no one actually says that, by the way. I just made that up. But, you got to get some better passes if you're Campbellsport.
Awkward by Mayville there. Williker with the swing off the block. Ehlers elects to go deep with it on 2.
That was a smart choice by Ehlers.
They keep it up. Mansueto out of the back row, knocked down by the block of Brielle Tyson.
Yeah, that was a big one. Going back to that Ehlers shot, yeah, I'm going to take my middle, just punching it across rather than trying to put a perfect set to someone. something that she probably rarely ever does.
And there's a big swing from Ehlers. It's 22-12.
Careful with Brielle Ehlers down there. They're celebrating. They're knock her over one of these times. She's so impressive when she hits. I mean, just her ability to, and Voskuhl, you could say the same about Voskuhl too. Their ability to kind of torque their shoulders at their height is just so impressive from the middle, and it's almost unstoppable.
Hardesty gets it out of the back row. Mansueto's got to get to it. Hardesty will knock it over. It's a free ball, but it's out of bounds. 22-13, but good effort from Mayville to even get to that.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think that's the microcosm of this first set for Coach Capps that he's going to love, is that it's that kind of effort that's been given all set.
Schwartz back to serve for Campbellsport. That one's deep. Number 5 on the set for Campbellsport. It's 23-13. That can't happen.
No. 5 or 6 in this first set.
Shelfeffer serves and a good knuckleball. Schwartz gets to it. Set. Moraski. Mansueto gets the tip. Hardesty knocks it back up for Mansueto. She tips it far side. Williker gets it back. Tips it through the block. Kept alive. Free ball coming over if the Cards can get it over. Good defensive effort. Schwartz to set. Tries to go deep with it. Shelfeffer's there. Hardesty to Mansueto. She ain't going to get there. 23-14.
Mayville's playing inspired right now.
And well, you know what? Coach Capps showed these girls before the game. You heard it on the pregame interview if you were listening to the pregame show. The speech from Miracle when they're skating. And I think it was maybe a little bit of a threat or something if they have to run after this. But they look pretty good so far. Schwartz goes deep with it into the back corner and on the line.
Yeah.
Good play by Gracie Schwartz.
That was a great spot from Schwartz and a smart play, as you said. And, look, with, let's call it 5, I think it might be 6, but let's just call it 5 service errors. Even
6 for sure now.
6 now. Let's say, you're not getting all of those. Let's say you get half of, you put all those in, you get half of them. Well, now you're looking at a 21-18 game. That's totally different than what we got going on right now.
Set point for the Cards. Vandershop with an ace.
Yeah, I think that was going to be out, and a late call from her teammates there left Garvey out to dry.
25-15, set 1 for the Cards. If you ain't shocked, I don't know. We're kind of shocked too. Nonetheless, we'll be back after this on Radio Plus Sports with set 2 coming from Mayville after this.
Staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to you and your recovery. Your personal care plan starts with a visit to Back in Action in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein. Back in Action, getting you back in the game. BackinActionRehab.com.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty. I know that buying and selling a home can be stressful. I'm here to help. Are you ready to sell? I have buyers waiting for a home just like yours. Are you looking to buy? I can sell any home that's on the market, and I'm here to get you pre-approved to purchase, along with finding the best loan and lender for your situation. I'll even go as far as arranging movers. For an easier real estate transaction, give me a call. Brock Fleischer, 920-960-0555.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Precision engineering, rigorous attention to detail. A Bryant Evolution heating system is so well designed, it's as much of a joy to install as it is to use.
Good to go.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
AirTech Heating, doing whatever it takes.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports. The Mayville 8th grade volleyball team is what I think we had out there. But Jordan, 25-15 set 1 win for the Cards. What'd you think? What's your take?
Dominating. I mean, that I didn't expect that. I kind of expected. I was telling a couple of people I thought this had a chance to go 5. I still think it does, by the way. But I thought a chance to go 5. I expected everything to kind of be close between these two teams. I think they're evenly matched. I think they match up. It's an interesting matchup, right? Because of the good hitters, good passers, a couple of good setters on both teams, good young setters on both teams, and obviously the middle presence I think is where they kind of reflect each other the most. But yeah, I was very shocked to see just the looseness of Campbellsport, I guess, is what surprised me more than we knew Mayville had that. We just didn't see it on Tuesday night. Now I will say this: if I'm Coach Caps, I'm trying to calm my team down here and say, hey, we played one heck of a set on set number 1 on Tuesday, and not so much in set 2, and even worse in set 3. So we got to sustain that level here throughout the remainder of the night. That's my message if I'm Coach Caps.
And for the Cougars, I would say, even off the start here, keep the service errors down. Bosco with the big swing gets it through the block. 1-0 Cards to start.
Yeah, well, I think it's pretty clear. Mayville is going to feed off of the energy here. And so every time you give a free point away, you give this massive student section over there, you give this home crowd a chance to fire up and make Mayville earn it.
Free ball for the Cards. Middlestat sets. Bosco with the swing into the block again and falls on the side of the Campbellsport Cougars. 2-0.
Bosco getting going now. Ehlers had the big set number 1 there in the first. And now Bosco with a couple of kills to get this thing going.
Moraski gets to that from the 10-foot line. Smith goes deep. 3-0.
Yeah, again, tough from, Ava Smith, just a little loose to Moraski, and it's just making Moraski's job just about impossible.
Garvey finds Moraski and another loose first pass. It goes over in 3. Free ball. Middlestat finds Shelfeffer. With the swing, Garvey digs it out.
That's better from Garvey.
Ellie Smith with a big swing into the block. Bader knocks it down. 4-0 Cards.
Yeah, that's 2 top 5 blockers in the conference right there getting together. And good luck hitting it through that.
So Coach Caps is loving it to start this set.
Why not?
Garvey digs it out of the back row. Moraski goes back to Smith. Tip shot blocked and knocked out of bounds by Shelfeffer. It's 4-1.
Yeah, that was a very smart attack there from Ellie Smith to not blast that one, just tap it off the outside hands. There was no way that Mayville was going to keep that in play.
Middlestat, punch shot by Bosco. Garvey keeps it alive. Jandre gets it up. Williker goes off the hands of Mansueto. It's alive, but miscommunication between Middlestat and Shelfeffer. It's 4-2.
That was pretty darn good from Jandre as well. I mean,
yeah.
There's your middle. I just said on the other side in the first set, I don't know that I want my middle setting. Good job that time from Jandre, and here's an ace for Ellie Smith.
And all of a sudden it's 4-3.
It just feels like when Mayville, those 4 points for Mayville felt like they were up by 6 or 7. It just with how this crowd gets behind their team, and that's what Campbellsport's got to avoid that from here on out.
Got to get it over, they do. Oh. What a play from Garvey and Ellie Smith. Shelfeffer's got to knock it over. Free ball for the Cougars. Moraski to set in the middle to Jandre, off the block and down. Bader once again.
Yeah, only one place that Jandre could have gone with that, and there was 2 Cardinals right there.
It's a 4th block kill already in this whole match for Bader. 3rd of this set. That one just a hair deep from Bosco. It's 5-4.
And Bosco is surprised there. Obviously, she's their best server statistically. It's easy to just kind of get lost and say, wow, Mayville, look at, you put another service error. You put 5 players that are 6 foot. Well, of course you're going to be a good blocking. There's a double block there almost every time, and that's just a credit to how they read the match, how their athleticism, their footwork. There's so many things that go into that I don't think a lot of people maybe appreciate.
Hardesty serving for the Cards. Moraski with a back set to Williker down the line. And no touch. Out of bounds, 7-4.
Yeah, and Williker has got that to go all year long. So, I expect her to turn that around at some point here this evening.
Ripped into the net. It was a good set. Real Tyson couldn't get to it. It's 8-4 now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the statistics are going to come back in set 1 and 2, but I'm not positive that Campbellsport is hitting in the positives right now.
Way deep from Tuig. 9-4. It's the same way we started set 1. It was 9-4, and then it got to 11-4, and they called a timeout. And Reagan Hardesty stays at the line. It's 9-4 Cards.
I think it might have been Hardesty in the first set as well.
I think it was. Williker knocks it over. Mansueto. Hardesty goes cross-court. Shelfepper with a tip off the top of the block. Comes back on the side of the Cards. Weniger goes deep with it. Ellie Smith to Moraski. Goes cross-court to Williker. Readjusts off the block. Out of her arms and out of bounds. Weniger with the block. It's 10-4.
Even the players that you're not used to seeing as part of the block, Weniger there, it's suffocating right now. That was the word we used on Tuesday with prep, and right now Mayville's kind of reversed that here on Campbellsport.
Tuig off the block of Ehlers and Weniger. They go deep with it. Mansueto gets to it. Hardesty, cross-court. Shelfepper with a runner. Good dig out of the back row. Overpass. Shelfepper knocks it out of bounds. It's 10-5.
Good effort there from Shelfepper. I don't think you can be too mad about, it's an overpass. You're kind of taught to get after those a little bit. So,
see Chloe Barris coming in to serve.
Interesting. Have not seen her in the few matches I've watched. Have not seen her this year.
Weniger rips it into the net. It's 10-6. I think they're just trying to rid the service errors.
Well, they're just trying to figure out some way to get a little momentum.
Andershoff out of the back row. Hardesty with a set. Ehlers with a big swing into the back line.
She was into the net. That was a missed one there. Campbellsport has every right to be furious there. Ehlers into the net and missed.
It's 11-6.
They can't believe it. And obviously you at home have the ability to rewind the YouTube and tell me that I'm wrong, but I am kind of with the Campbellsport players there.
Moraski with the swing, and it goes out on the far side. It's 12-6.
What Campbellsport can't do is let a call like that get into their head. They got to shake that off. You got to find a way to get back into this second set here.
Shelfepper serving for the Cards, 12-6. Garvey out of the back row. Tough play. Barris gets to it. Knocked over, but Smith can't roll it over. It's 13-6.
Yeah, Campbellsport's just got. They gotta go to some tips in that situation. You just gotta pass it over. It's just they're a little too aggressive for being down a set and approaching double digits again here in the second set.
A double hit on Mansueto. Good job by Vandershoff to even get to that. 13-7. And I think right now you're getting to a point where Campbellsport's keeping it close enough where they're not burning that timeout yet.
Yeah, no reason to. I don't think, unless Mayville has a 5 or 6 point lead at the 18-point mark, I think Coach Brenner is probably going to want to try to save that for a little bit deeper into this set so that she has couple of opportunities to stop Mayville runs should it get to that point.
Vandershoff to serve for the Cards. Garvey digs it out of the back row. Barris sets cross court. Ellie Smith swings off the hands of Mansueto. Mansueto tries to just get it over and rips it into the net. It's 14-8. Tried to set it over and didn't get enough on it.
It was a great job just to get a piece of Ellie Smith's swing.
Trying to go behind her back was Voskuhl. Moraski punches it on over. Hardesty sets. Weniger on the back set. Off the arms and falls to the floor. Another kill for Kylie Weniger. I didn't see much of her on Tuesday, but she's got 3 kills already today.
No, I think she was in for like one rotation of one set. I mean, she was not in hardly at all. And why not get her back involved after? And who knows? I don't know if there's, you never know the full story. Maybe an injury or something like. Who knows? But we did not see much for it all.
Big swing from Ellie Smith finds the floor. It's 15-9.
Yeah, I was just, obviously they're going to rotate out of it, but Campbellsport's got to get more out of Ellie. When Ellie Smith and Emma Moraski are both in the front row, they got to get more out of that rotation. Because right now, as you mentioned in the first set, they're just trading points with Mayville, and that's not good enough when you've given up big runs to start sets.
And Suedo with a high tip, overpass, joust at the net. Jandre hit it once, she couldn't hit it again. It falls to the floor. It's 17-9.
Yeah, between Bader and again, it's 2-on-1 up there. You know, Jandre is doing her best going up against both Bader and Voskel there.
Or 16-9. They must have been really quick with the scoreboard here. And Suedo serves, kept alive and not going to go over. 17-9 now. That first pass has been haunting Campbellsport to start today.
Yeah, they're not handled it well.
Garvey gets a good one there. Moraski keeps it up back to Smith and didn't hit any arms. It's out of bounds. It's 18-9. And then you said if it gets to 5 or 6 at this point, they'll use the timeout. Coach Brenner will use the timeout, and we'll take it with them. 18-9 lead for the Cards. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports. Off the top of the net on the first serve back from Mansueto. Jandre tips it on over. Vandershoff goes cross court to Schelpfeffer with a big swing and finds the back line.
Apologies for missing that one. That one just crept in that back line. And here's an instant replay of me missing it. There you go.
Pretty close.
Hey, how about Coach Brian Tome in that huddle, dancing around, keeping things light, loose? That's something that Mayville was clearly not on Tuesday. They were tight, and you could tell. I mean, just they were having not that it's ever fun to lose a set 25-6, but
when you know Coach Caps is having fun. When he saw the mistake that Claire Bosco made, does like the hand gesture and just starts laughing.
Yeah.
Middlestat keeps it alive. Schelpfeffer will hit it deep. Moraski in the middle. Jandre off the top of the net. Schelpfeffer digs, kept alive, punched over.
You have got to be kidding me.
Resetting. Bader tips it deep. Garvey gets a hand on it. Williker goes deep. Mansueto is there. Middlestat, cross court. Schelpfeffer with the swing. Dug out by Smith. Cross court set to Shea Williker off the top of the block. Mansueto keeps it alive. They punch it up again. Moraski to set. Back set. Off the top of the net from Tuig and falls to the floor. Actually, that was Tyson.
Campbellsport's got to be thinking to themselves, finally. Because every one of those long, drawn-out points where every one of those has gone the way of Campbellsport thus far. And Campbellsport's going to ask who should be serving here. After everyone sprints around the floor on a rally like that, they guess they forget where they're supposed to be. So
Ellie Smith will serve. My apologies, it was Tuig with the kill. 19-11.
I think Tuig might have just come off the bench. I think he might have been right the first time.
And an ace for Ellie Smith, her second of the day, goes off the arms of Vandershoff. 19-12.
This is better out of the timeout from Campbellsport. Certainly not out of this second set. They can pull themselves back in here.
Good serve from Smith again. It's got to come over. It does. Jandre to Moraski. Cross court. Williker off the block, off the hands of Schelpfeffer into the floor. It's 19-13.
Same thing for Williker there. She's got to be thinking to herself, I have hit some good shots tonight. and I have 0 kills. And finally she gets one to go through the block. You just got to keep swinging. It's a sport of error.
19-13. Mansueto digs out of the back row, back set to Bader off the top of the net and falls to the floor. I don't think it was a block. If it was, it went to John Dre. It's 19-14.
I think Coach Cap's going to take a timeout. He needs it.
Smart decision by him. Don't let it get too close. Going to burn it at 19-14. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
When you're not watching games on Radio Plus or Jeff's live streams, find the latest scores and top performers from the Flyway Conference by following Flyway Focus on Facebook, Instagram, and X, and stay up to date with the latest conference news every morning with the Flyway Focus Sports Report on YouTube or Spotify.
And proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Looking for a reliable roofing contractor? Witt Services has got you covered. With 5 years of experience, they specialize in everything from roof repairs to full replacements. Their team is dedicated to quality workmanship and customer satisfaction. Plus, they offer free estimates, so you know exactly what to expect. Whether it's a leaky roof or a complete overhaul, Witt Services is the go-to choice for all roofing needs. Don't wait.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live streams. Shelpepper digs out of the back row. She'll get it back from the set. Garvey gets it on the far side. Muraski, 10-foot line. Ellie Smith. That one's deep. 20-14. Timeout works for Mayville to get the side out they needed.
Yeah, I don't mind that idea from Muraski. Although you know Williker just picked up her first kill. Maybe you go back to the well and try to keep that momentum going.
Overpass. Good defense from Campbellsport to keep it alive. Ehlers with the tip. Tuig is there. Muraski goes cross court to Williker. Off the top of the block and finds the hands off the floor. It's 20-15.
And that's kind of what I meant. Is like Williker finally sees one go. Maybe let her get a couple of swings in a row here. See if even if you don't win this, see if you can't get her some momentum. Because obviously, if you lose this, reverse sweep is what it's going to take.
Real Tyson serves. Shelpepper from the 10-foot line. Smith digs it out of the back row. Cross court back to Williker. Tip shot off the hands and on the floor. Williker's on a heater now. It's 20-16.
She sure is. And Campbellsport's back to having a little fun playing this sport, which I think is just talking about Mayville being tight. I think Campbellsport was to start this thing, and going to have a chance here.
Muraski will set. Back to Tyson. Mansueto dug it out of the back row. Middlestat. Shelpepper tip shot. Finds the middle of the floor. It's 21-16.
Yeah, Mansueto deserves a ton of credit there for that dig. She was alone in the back. And now again, the block was there, so it kind of forced it to her, and she read it well, though, dug it up well, and give her a ton of credit for that. Middlestat as well. I mean, she made a good pass.
Hardesty serves once again for the Cards. Muraski goes cross court back to Williker into the block and on the floor. It's 21-17.
That's 4 for her in about the last, 5 or 6 Campbellsport points.
I think you had the Tuig kill, and that was it. I think it's been Williker, all Williker.
Yeah, now you're going to get a chance here with Ellie Smith coming back around here, and an ace.
An ace for Barris. 21-18, and Coach Cap's going to use his timeout. We'll take it with him. 21-18, set 2. We got a good one going here from Mayville. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Shout today. Coal Oil and Propane is committed to establishing and upholding lasting relationships with our respected customers. We pledge to provide exceptional and reliable service, exceeding your expectations, and are dedicated to continuous improvement, embracing and driving change to better serve you. Whether you need service for residential, commercial, or agricultural, Coal Oil and Propane has you covered. Our goals are simple: great products, competitive pricing, and reliable service. Contact Coal Oil and Propane for all your fuel and lubricant needs. Trust Coal Oil and Propane.
We are hostess.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports. Good chat from Jacob there in the student section. A couple people dancing in there. 21-18. We got a barn burner here in set 2. And Campbellsport's kind of woken up, Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah, and you see how good they can be when it was 18-9. I mean, so they were in dire straits, and they have gone on a run here and gotten right back into this thing.
Vandersharp can't get to it. Barris with another ace. It's 21-19.
Incredible.
And you can see Campbellsport is fired up now. What was once a silent bench is rocking again.
Yeah, another good one. Oh.
Vandersharp can't get to it again. It's 21-20.
That's 3 straight aces for
Barris.
Barris, who I didn't know if we were going to see her tonight, but here she is making a huge impact.
Hardesty sets. Shellpfeffer has to readjust, gets it over. Barris digs. Smith goes to Moraski off the block. Good dig from Barris. Smith will back set to Williker. Goes deep. Hardesty in the middle. Ehlers with the swing and ends the run. It's 22-20.
Yeah.
And Hardesty thought the play was still alive.
If I'm Coach Caps, I love that hustle. You got it. You don't know how that came across. You go get that ball.
Shellpfeffer to serve. Garvey out of the back row. Barris cross court to Moraski. Off the top of the block, and Shellpfeffer can't get to it. 22-21.
Yeah. This is this is the rotation right here for Campbellsport, in my opinion. Now, when Williker is serving, this has got to go in for Campbellsport. You're down by a point. You have two of your top 3 offensive players in the front row here with Smith and Moraski, and curse to the commentator. I just talked her into that one.
It's 23-21. You take away even the three they had this set, it's 21. It's 21-20.
Well, and then when Ehlers was into the net and they missed it, it would still be a tie match.
Barris to set. Cross court. Smith with the swing off the block.
Oh, good tip from Smith to stay with it.
That one's close to the net. Going to be a tough one for Mansueto. She gets it over. Barris cross court. Off the hands. Moraski with the kill. It's 23-22.
Oh, I hope you didn't touch that dial.
Yeah, seriously. If you went to the Packer game, you're missing a good one here. Campbellsport to serve. Wendorf digs it out of the back row. Mansueto with the big swing. The block kill for Jandre. It's tied at 23.
Jandre leads the conference in blocks, and that is a big one. This would be some sort of comeback for Campbellsport if they can complete it.
Riel Tyson serving, 23 up in set 2. Hardesty, nobody's going to get to it. Punched over and finds the line from Voskuhl.
Leah Voskuhl, are you kidding me? What a play.
Just a reactionary punch hits the line. It's set point for Mayville.
That was a oops. Might as well just throw my hand at this thing, backhands it, and finds the line. Are you kidding me?
Neva Middlestat to serve. Dug out of the back row. They go to Ellie Smith. She tips. It's blocked. Middlestat goes to Mansueto. She tips it off the hands and out of bounds. Cards win set 2, 25-23.
Wow.
Good job from Mansueto looking for that outside hand. Puts it off of it. It falls out of bounds. Cards win set 2, 25-23. We'll be back with set 3 after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's Live Streams.
Greenhouse, and we have been leading a greenhouse here in Fox Lake since 1981. Family owned and operated, we provide beautiful flower baskets and fruit and vegetables to residents of South Central Wisconsin. We know the importance of having a variety of flowers, fruits, and vegetables available to our customers throughout the year. Discover the finest selection of locally grown produce, including sweet corn, tomatoes, and cucumbers, along with a variety of fresh fruits. At Hooksha's Market and Greenhouse, we believe in providing our customers with the freshest and highest quality produce. Come visit us and taste the difference.
All Phase HVAC sales and service is the go-to for heating, cooling, and geothermal needs. Whether it's sweltering summer days or chilly winter nights, they've got the perfect solution. Their team is dedicated to keeping homes comfortable year-round with top-notch installations and reliable repairs. Plus, they offer energy-efficient options that save money while keeping homes cozy. Trust All Phase for all HVAC needs and enjoy a comfortable home no matter the season. Call All Phase HVAC today.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner, grab one of the daily specials, or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry. Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options. Appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience in your own backyard. Hi, this is Dave, third generation of the family-owned and operated Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira. I welcome you to experience what the hometown lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one O-ring to all the building materials to build a house, we had the products to get the job done. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your hometown lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira, where the tracks cross Main, or online at lidkelumber.com.
Municipal Well and Pump began over a...
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. Set 2 goes 25-23 for Mayville. And you saw that Campbellsport team awaken late in that set. We still could be in for a 5-setter, Sharp.
Yeah, I was really impressed. On the way off the court, I saw both Ellie Smith and one other player from Campbellsport turn to the team and say, we're good. And I think they found something there. And it's just, if even just a little momentum. And, look, that set could have been totally different. There was, I don't want to keep going back to a call. This will be the last time I mention it. But there was a point there in the middle of that set when Ehlers was into the net. The referees missed it, and they gave a point to Mayville. People don't realize that's a big swing in volleyball to lose 1 point. And so obviously that would have played out differently, but Campbellsport looked so much better there at the end of that second set.
Starts with Moraski ripping it into the net to start, and 4 from Campbellsport. It's 1-0 Mayville. Neva Middlestadt starting to serve for Mayville once again.
I've been so impressed with the Cardinals here tonight. They have been night and day better than Tuesday.
Big swing from Smith. Mansueto keeps it alive. It'll be a free ball coming over. Barris to Ava Smith. Moraski's just got to roll it over deep. Wendorf to Middlestadt. Back set. Bader off the block. Good dig from Ava Smith. Barris to Ellie Smith. She tips it into the net. It's 2-0. Good defense from both teams in that rally.
I know that, was it Canders? Was that the...
Kander, yep.
Kander, the best...
Lorelei Kander.
Yeah, the good player from Luther Prep. I mean, Ellie Smith has hit a few tonight that have been as good as her that Mayville has dug up. And so if Mayville puts this performance in against Prep, they're taking at least one set off of them. And, again, Prep played better than Campbellsport is currently playing. But Mayville has really stepped it up tonight.
4-0 start. Moraski off the top of the block. Falls to the floor. Mansueto with a block kill. Back-to-back kills from her. It's 4-0.
Yeah, Moraski thought for sure that was going to land out of bounds. She could have dug that back up. She was pretty certain, and you could tell she was shocked when that one hit the floor in.
Middlestadt had that one roll off her hand awkwardly. Goes into the net. It's 4-1, and Moraski will go back to serve for the Cougars.
We have not seen very many errors from the service line for Mayville, so give them credit on that too. They've cleaned that part of the game up.
Back set goes to Mansueto and rips it into the net. It's 4-2.
And, obviously Campbellsport comes back and makes that interesting, but the 4-0 start was a big one for Mayville. They used that lead and an eventual 9-point lead to buffer themselves when Campbellsport went on that big run.
Voskuhl gets herself another kill, rips it through the block. It's 5-2.
I think Voskuhl's had such an impressive night tonight.
I think, honestly, the hitters for Mayville in general just have had an impressive night. Obviously, defensively, we know what they're going to bring, but they've had a good job outside hitters, middle hitters at all tonight. Ellie Smith tips that one way deep. Mansueto gets to it. Back set. Bader off the net, off the arms, and out of bounds. It's 6-2. Good placement from Bader. You knew she was going cross court. Gets the roll down the net. It's 6-2.
Yeah, you'll take a good bounce for sure.
Mansueto serves once again. Ava Smith out of the back row. Overpass. Kept alive, but I think it would be 2 hits anyways by Voskuhl.
Yeah, it's a frustrating one there for Mayville. Chance to keep the serve, and instead give one up on what probably should have been a punished overpass.
Ellie Smith to serve. Shelpepper has to go off her arms and out of bounds. And
hey, turn that Packer game off.
Turn the Packer
there.
game off. You might lose your phone to the kid in the front row. 6'4", Ellie Smith still serving for Cougars.
The Mayville girls got to know you just dive through that and knock the phone out of the hands. You're all right.
Moraski sets on the net to Jandre. Bosco gets her hands on it first. It's 7-4.
Yeah, too close, too tight to the net there.
Bosco will serve. (7-4) lead in set 3 for the Cards. Set goes to Williker on the far side. She tips it deep. Bosco gets to it. Middlestat just knocks it over in 2. An errant set. They go deep with it. Bosco's there. Middlestat keeps it alive and knocks it out of bounds on her own side. It's 7-5. Smart play by Moraski.
Yeah, and we'll see if maybe Campbellsport starts going to a little more unconventional play, trying to find – they got to do something to get Mayville off balance because the block has been too good tonight. And so whether that's tips or try to go cross court or obviously, Williker's found some success down the line, but they got to switch some things up here.
Big swing from Ehlers once again. It's 8-5.
That's good. What I was talking about with her able to kind of contort her body. She's facing the student section, and she's able to swing completely forward. It's amazing, and it's really, really difficult to figure out where she's going to swing it to.
8-5 lead for the Cards. Reagan Hardesty at the line. A go by Williker. They go back to her. She'll drive it over from the 10-foot line. Weniger's going to tip. Garvey is there. Moraski with a quick set. Vandersharf gets to it. Cross court. Shelpepper with the swing. Goes over to Garvey. It's an overpass. Mayville knocks it down. Kept alive. Ehlers through the block. It's 9-5. Back-to-back overpasses, and Mayville capitalizes finally.
Yeah, can't do that with Ehlers up there. And a lot of times with a setter, this doesn't get called. I think it might have been a double on Reagan Hardesty. The way the face she made after she made the overhand pass, she kind of she kind of gave the old teeth emoji, the one that says I'm guilty, that one. Yeah.
Barris with her 4th ace of the day.
Wow.
Off the tape and falls, it's 9-7.
I don't think it's a coincidence that we saw her in the second set and we saw Campbellsport
start her in this third set.
Really kind of find themselves with her on the floor.
Weniger readjusts, drives it over from the 10-foot line. Back set, Moraski goes deep. Mansueto is there, Hardesty gets it up towards the net. Shelpepper tips it into the net. It's 9-8. Back and forth we go here in set 3.
Yeah, this time though, if excuse me, I'm going to mess up a name here again. If Barris goes on a run here, and as I say that into the net, I'm pretty good at that. But obviously this time it wasn't 9 down. So, Campbellsport's right back in this third set here. They got to keep it close, though.
Shelpepper serves. Ellie Smith digs out of the back row. Barris tries to go quick with it. Hardesty is there. And her shot gets it over to Mansueto. Tries a roll shot. Can't get it to go. It's 10-9.
Yeah, so someone on Campbellsport's, either the players or the coaching staff, must have relayed to them to these setters to say, let's take our chances on let's dump a couple across, because it's one thing for Moraski to maybe see it and identify it and say, all right, I'm going to start doing this, but now we see Barris do it too. And so there was something they identified that maybe they can take advantage of here in the third set and potentially beyond.
Good effort from Hardesty to even keep it alive, but we are now tied at 10. One errant off of Wendorf's arms to start.
And just to look back at set number 2, Mayville had 18 points before Campbellsport got to 10 in set 2, so they've done a much better job here in set 3.
Hardesty sets in the middle. Tip shot from Ehlers. Good dig. It goes out of the bounds off the arms of Moraski. Good side out for Mayville. It's 11-10.
Yeah, and Ehlers going to take a seat now. That was a great rotation for her, and she just continues to be wildly, wildly impressive for Mayville early on in the season.
And her shot to serve. Overpass, a free ball for the Cards. Set. Mansueto off the block. They keep it alive. And off the top of the net, hits the antenna. It's 11-11. Good job to even keep that alive on the kill.
Absolutely. This is kind of what I expected every set to look like. And
Yep.
obviously set number 2 got there. Set 1 was something else.
Mansueto gets to that one. They go back to her on the far side with a big swing. Inside on the outside line. Cross court, 12-11. Haven't seen her really take a lot of big swings today, but the couple she has been kills.
Yeah, a lot of that is because she's had to do so much defensive work that it's just been hard for her to get into position to get some swings. And why not set the middles? Why not set Shelfeffer and Bader? They've all been excellent tonight.
Bears sets to Smith. Through the block of Bader, it's 12-12. First time I've seen a single block from Mayville.
Yeah. Just levitated there, did Smith. That was a little mistimed there, but still found a way to get it done.
Moraski serves. Mansueto gets to it. Middlestat sets back at the 10-foot line for Mansueto. Good dig from Garvey. Jandre keeps it up. They get it over. Bosco tries to go on one. They cannot. Smith has to readjust with a great play. Mansueto keeps it alive. Tipped over. Jandre knocks it back over. Middlestat in the middle. Bosco punches. Blocked by Jandre. Smith with the swing and kills it down. And Cougars lead for the first time today, 13-12.
Yeah, and I like the idea from Voskuhl to start that whole scramble. I'm okay with her going over on one there and giving it an opportunity. A good job by Campbellsport to recognize it was coming, and then it was just Jandre at the net until Smith was able to swing.
13-12, Moraski serves. Schaff gets to it. Deep shot from Mansueto on the push. It's 13-13.
Yeah, and Mayville has had an answer. Campbellsport, I would say, obviously the second set run that they went on, Campbellsport's had the more momentum to end that second set and to start the third. But a good job by Mayville to kind of settle things down and kind of go point for point the last few minutes here.
Shelfeffer will tip it over. Jandre knocks it down with the tall hands. It's 14-13.
Yeah, she's going to continue to extend, although, we've seen quite a few blocks here from both Voskuhl and Bader tonight, so who knows. But I would expect what we've seen from Jandre, she's going to extend her blocks lead atop the Flyway Conference.
Andrew Schaff has it, goes awkwardly off her arms. Another ace for Ellie Smith. It's 15-13.
Yeah, we haven't seen a deficit like this yet, and it's only 2 points, but we haven't seen it tonight.
And that's probably why Coach Cap's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back in 60 seconds on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's Live Streams.
100 years ago, one community and one relationship at a time. Employee owned, employee accountable, a personal stake in every project. Today, we are the largest well and pump contractor in the region. Our customers know us as honest people who treat them as people. We believe every family deserves clean, abundant water. To us, nothing is more important. We might not always be the lowest priced option, but integrity and dependability can be rare. And in this vital industry, prioritizing a quality experience creates lifetime relationships. Municipal Well and Pump. We care about keeping clients connected to water.
At the Pioneer Keg, great food meets a fun atmosphere. Dive into their full menu featuring award-winning cheese curds and our homemade pizzas that are simply irresistible. Try the famous Brewmaster Challenge, where the food takes center stage. And if it's Friday, get ready for our amazing Friday fish fry. Check out our relaxed atmosphere, hang with friends, where everyone has a good time.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports. Bader going to get the swing to start off the arms of Ellie Smith. 15-13 Campbellsport lead. Two-wig goes cross court. They're looking for a touch. No touch. Out of bounds. 15-14. And pretty much anyone like Mayville, when they've needed a timeout, they've got the side out right after they've needed that said timeout.
Yeah, we just said it going into the timeout. They have 2 is the biggest deficit. That is saying something. And Ellie Smith going to the sideline for the first time that I've seen this season. Now, I haven't been at every match, but been at quite a few here for Campbellsport early.
Campbellsport really trying to get some trickery in and going over in 2 a couple times now here. Moraski tips. Jandre with the swing and the kill. 16-14. They've gotten her going in set 3.
Yeah, that was smart. That was a really good set. I thought at the net where it was, we might see Moraski try to dump one to the middle there like we saw a couple of times in this third set already. That was a smart one. Go to your powerhouse middle. Let her get going here, because if you're going to come back and reverse sweep this thing, you need Jandre to get rolling here.
Ayla Garvey with an ace off of Vanderschaft's arms. It's 17-14.
Garvey trying to turn things around. She had a couple of errors early in, I think, one in each set, and gets an ace here, and Campbellsport opens its biggest lead of the match.
Middlestat goes. Shelfeffer with a runner onto the far side. Garvey is there. Moraski in the middle. Tip shot from Thiessen. Can't go anywhere. Shelfeffer unleashes. Good dig out of the back row. Overpass kept alive. Bader will go deep with it. Out of the back row, they'll go cross court to Williker. Good dig from Mansueto. Shelfeffer with a runner again. Williker is there. Moraski goes back to Williker. Tip shot. Middlestat digs. Vanderschaft goes up. Shelfeffer tips it and stays out of the net. Moraski to Garvey. Williker at the net. She tips just outside. 17-15. Much needed side out for Mayville.
You know, Cameron Rolfs came into this match when they sent Ellie Smith to the bench. That was an awesome dig coming off the bench cold, and about to your third point on the floor, you get one ripped right down the heart of the court, and she's able to dig it up to a perfect pass to Moraski.
Williker will swing and rip it into the net. 17-16.
Yeah, and see, that's where so far tonight, I think Mayville's done a better job of understanding, hey, this is just a tip here. And we've seen too many times Campbellsport's gotten a little too aggressive and swung into the net. Now, the flip side of being that aggressive is you're always putting the other team under pressure if you can get it to go. But they just haven't gotten enough to go.
Vanderschaft takes it out of the back row. Hardesty sets. Weniger with a runner. Garvey goes to Moraski. She readjusts and drives it deep. Mansueto knocks it up. Shelfeffer from the 10-foot line. Hung up by Barris. Rolfs and Garvey battle over for it. Going to be a free ball for the Cards. Hardesty sets in the middle. Ehlers with the big swing and out of bounds. 18-17.
Back to the freshman when she's back out on the floor. Same thing for Mayville. She is just...
When they've needed a big swing, they've went to Ehlers.
Yeah.
Shelfeffer serving. Rolfs gets to it. Quick set. Hardesty is there. Vanderschaft gets it up to Mansueto. She goes cross court and finds a hole in the defense. It's 18-18.
Mansueto's gotten in on the offensive action a little bit more here in set number 3 as well.
Allison Shelfeffer to serve once again for the Cards. 18 up. Cross court to Moraski. Tip shot. Shelfeffer can't get to it. 19-18. Haven't heard a ton of Moraski offensively today. Obviously, we talked about when she's in the rotation up front and you have Barris up there setting, it opens her up a little bit more.
Yeah, so you're going to have two rotations here with Barris setting, which means you got 2 of them with both Ellie Smith and Emma Moraski inside in the front row. So this is where if you're Campbellsport, you got to make hay while the sun shines here.
Hardesty gets to it. Ehlers will drive it over with a big swing. Garvey can't get it cleanly. It's 19-19.
Ehlers again. And look, I know Mansueto does a ton for this team. I know Hardesty's been so impressive. Bosco's been impressive. It's hard to say that the player of the match so far has not been Ehlers, as Bosco says, hey, I got a handful of kills tonight.
Overpass, and can't make that mistake with Mayville's middles. Probably either team's middles in this one. It's 2019. Vanderschaft serving. Got to the back row by Ava Smith. Goes to Moraski off the block. Vanderschaft goes to Weniger. Tips. Finds the top of the net and finds the line. Weniger with a tip kill. It's 21-19.
Wow.
Vanderschaft will retain serve. 21-19 Cards. They're trying to win in straight sets. Vanderschaft down the line, dug out of the back row. Barris gets it up to Ellie Smith. She goes off the top of the net and out of bounds. It's 22-19.
Yeah, this would be the result heard around the flyway right here.
And Coach Brenner wants a timeout. Cards open up a 3-point lead after being down 3. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams.
Come thirsty, come hungry, and leave happy. The Pioneer Keg, 122 South Milwaukee Street, Theresa, Wisconsin.
Whether you enjoy the sunshine of summer with boating, jet skiing, UTV riding, mowing lawn, gardening, or camping, enjoy the leaves falling in autumn, getting to that perfect nature walk or hunting, or enjoying the Wisconsin snowfall hiking, four-wheeling, snowmobiling, traveling across the state, or just driving up and down your driveway, call PT Tire and Service for all your automotive and recreational needs. Call 920-346-TIRE.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports. Vandershoff to serve once again, just a little bit deep. 22-20.
Yeah, that was an important one. Garvey with a big sigh of relief. She trusts her teammates. I think if you put the truth serum in, she wasn't so sure.
Wendorf digs it out of the back row. Hardesty dives and gets it up. Vandershoff hits it over. Barris, cross court. Ellie Smith tips it deep. Vandershoff is there. Hardesty goes up to the 10-foot line to Mansueto on the far side. Hug out by Ava Smith. They go to Ellie Smith on the cross court. Rips it into the net. 23-20. Set was just a hair short for Ellie Smith from Barris. All of a sudden, the Cards need 2 points. They'll send Neva Middlestat back to the line.
I got to be honest, when Campbellsport took that 17-14 lead, if you'd asked me, I said they're gonna close out this third set, but you got to give Mayville a ton of credit. And this time they get Mayville into the net.
It was on Middlestat. It's 23-21. Maraski will go back to serve. Tuig will check back in and take out Barris. 23-21. Vandershoff gets to it. Middlestat sets in the middle. Voskel can't get it. Set a little bit too far in front of Voskel. It's 23-22. Maraski will stay serving. Konya sweeps Lamira in 3. Wendorf digs out of the back row. Back set. Tip shot deep by Mansueto. Finds the line. They call it out.
Yeah, be interesting to see. We have an impossible angle up here. I don't know that you'd be able to.
Now it's close.
It was very, very close.
About as close as you could get it, but she's looking down the line, so she's got it. 23-23. We will step aside, run a couple of ads. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Located in Lamira, Wisconsin, Schaefer Auto is your go-to destination for quality used vehicles at unbeatable prices. Our mission is to provide dependable cars that fit your budget, and we take pride in offering a wide selection of makes, models, years, and mileage options. If the vehicle you're looking for isn't on our lot, don't worry. Our team is dedicated to finding exactly what you need. Visit Schaefer Auto for your next purchase, where we'll work with you to find a car tailored to meet your needs. Schaefer Auto.
Upgrade your comfort and living space for 2025. Your living room should be a place of comfort and connection. A sectional provides the perfect blend of style and function, giving you plenty of seating for family, friends, and relaxation. For 50 years and counting.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Sports. 23 up, set 3. Maraski serves. Mansueto digs. Set. Bosco off the arms and out of bounds. It's match point for the Cards.
In set number 2, it was tied 23-23. Mayville won the next 2 points. In set 3, 23-23. Can Mayville win the next 2 points?
Needs one here. Mansueto to serve. Match point.
Who better to have at the serving line, by the way?
And knock it on over. Jandre will tip. Good dig by Middlestat. Goes deep, does Mansueto. Ava Smith is there. Maraski goes over in 2. They keep it alive. Shelfeffer goes deep with it. Garby is there. Maraski to Smith. She tips it deep. Mansueto is there. Middlestat cross court. Shelfeffer readjusts. Maraski to set. A back set. Tuig off the arms. Middlestat keeps it alive. Vandershoff goes it over. Free ball for the Cougars. Maraski, Jandre in the middle. Blocked by the Cards. Knocked over. Kept alive by Middlestat. Pushed deep. by Mansueto.
What a point.
Jandre blocked, kept alive. Knocked over. Free ball for the Cards. Middlestat. Bosco, big swing, and it's over. The Cards win in straight sets. 25-23 in set 3.
Wow.
And Coach Caps is fired up.
That is as fun a point as you will see in volleyball at any level. Are you kidding me?
Unbelievable. The Cards win in straight sets. 25-15, 25-23, 25-23. We'll be back after this with some interviews on Radio Plus and Jeff's Live.
Verhaeg's Furniture has been proudly serving the Waupun area at prices you can afford. Visit us today at 806 West Main Street, Waupun, and experience quality, comfort, and service you can trust. Visit our website at www.verhaegsfurniture.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay updated on our latest arrivals, events, and deals. Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, 50 years strong, quality you trust, prices you'll love.
Sam's Well Drilling is a family-owned business with over 75 years in the water well drilling industry. We can help you with all of your well drilling needs. Our crews are experienced at finding the proper location, setting up the rigs and equipment in all types of circumstances, and drilling to the appropriate depth so that you have fresh, clean water. Sam's also drills wells for commercial and municipal projects. No project is too large or small for Sam's Well Drilling. We at Sam's are thankful to be involved in supplying the well water needs of people all over Wisconsin. Sam's Well Drilling, well worth it.
Angling-only guide service with Captain Jeremy Brenner.
Captain Jeremy Brenner here. We are the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. The cost is $400 per trip Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and only $340 on weekdays for up to 6 people. I personally guarantee you will catch fish. The season runs June through Labor Day. Contact me at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com to book today and check out my Facebook page, Captain Jeremy Brenner, Sheboygan Salmon.
Make your next fundraiser fantastic with a Leroy Meats Brat Fry in Fox Lake or Horicon. It's the tastiest way to raise funds for your local nonprofit group. Stop in or call to sign up today. While you're there, check out Leroy Meats' freshest cuts of meat, award-winning sausages, an amazing side, salads, cheese, heat and eat meals, and much more. Leroy Meats, your old-fashioned meat market in Horicon, Ripon, and Fox Lake. Find this week's lunch menu, coupons, and sale items at LeroyMeats.com.
There has never been a better time to shop Werner Harmson Furniture and Total Flooring.
We return here on Jeff's live streams and Radio Plus Video Sports. Glad to have you back here at Mayville, here with Leah Voskuhl and Brielle Ehlers. And Leah, we'll start with you. Rivalry match. You know that this is going to be part of the conference race. What was the message from Coach and the team coming into tonight, and just how important tonight was?
Sometimes when we go into games, we don't expect the level that we're going to be playing at, and we knew what level we had to play at tonight. And we made sure that everyone knew that, and I think we really brought it. We knew this was a high-level team, and I think we performed at a very high level tonight.
You know, they have a ton of talent over there. You guys know that, right? And a lot of good hitters. The back row tonight was excellent. Good first passes, and allowed you guys to do what you do so well, didn't it?
Yes, we love when that happens.
Just talk about that back row, your connection with the setters as that continues to improve this season. 2 new setters. I mean, it takes some time to develop that relationship, right? Just talk about that process.
Even from the beginning of the season to right now, we know we have so much of the season left, and just seeing the connection we've built with the setters, especially the freshman setter, she's doing so well, and so is Reagan, just getting us the ball, and that allows us to get good kills in the game.
How awesome is this crowd? I mean, are you kidding me?
It was great. It was amazing.
Congrats, Leah. We'll let you hand it off to Brielle here.
Thank you.
All right, Brielle, your first varsity opportunity to experience this rivalry. Can you put it into words how awesome that was?
It was really fun because it was just really aggressive and fun to play.
You know, second set, third set, they finally got you going, finally found you in the middle there a couple of times. And just how important is it to just stay patient, right? And know that your setters are going to find you at some point.
Yeah, we just get good pass and try to connect really good.
You know, that last point was between, I'll ask Coach about it here in a second, but just the atmosphere, the crowd noise, the big student section you guys have. How awesome was it to see a big crowd out here tonight and kind of will you guys to victory?
It's really cool because it helps us like continue to play good, and we just help us hype up.
Congrats on the win. We'll let you hand that off to Coach.
I'm proud of you. So proud of you.
Coach, those two middles tonight were excellent. I mean, we could have picked any number of players to interview, but the presence in the middle against the leading blocker in the conference in Jandre, just talk about their performance here tonight and how big that was to get them going.
Doesn't Leah feel like a senior?
Yeah.
I mean, like, but that's where she got to start as a sophomore last year. So she has a whole year under her belt of varsity experience. And then she's worked so hard in the club season. And then she comes over here and she just looks like she's done this before. She's that steady force that we need because we start 2 sophomores and 2 freshmen. And she's just kind of like that steady hand that we need. And then shouldn't every team have a freshman like Brielle?
Oh my goodness, unbelievable. Coach, when you walked up here, you said, how about that last point before we signed off? Before that, I mean, at any level of volleyball, that would be an impressive rally. And to see that between 2 conference teams, the set on the line, just your thoughts on the way your girls were able to close out both set 2 and 3. Both sets were tied at 23. You win them both 25-23. Just how proud you are of their ability to gut out a point like that.
Now, you can tell I'm an old Battle X coach because I'm still grumpy that we gave up that big lead in set 2. So, but you know what? To be able to battle, but I was so proud in set 3. We've had a hard time. We've been up and down. Anyone who looks at our record this year knows that we're an up and down team so far, that our cap is so high, but they've got to believe that they're capable of playing that level all the time. And so that tonight you heard us talking fly, fly, fly. And that was that concept of just go, don't let the ball hit the ground. And you saw evidence of that. They were flying to the ball. And then Neva, the freshman setter, she's never set in club or middle school. She's never set before summer league this year.
Hard to believe.
And she's a middle blocker. She's actually a really good middle blocker. And did you see that laying out to? Yeah. I mean, I could not be more proud.
2 more for you, Coach. Number 1, the difference between Tuesday and tonight. I mean, obviously, what was the difference? I mean, you guys passed much better, serve, receive much better. Seemed like you got into the offense a little bit more consistently tonight.
Well, in the pre-show, I talked about our 2 non-negotiables were aggressive and confident. And so the whole match, you might have seen me, I'd yell something and then they'd repeat it. And I'd yell aggressive and then they'd repeat confidence, or I'd yell confidence and they'd repeat aggressive. I felt that we played aggressive and confident. And I think that belief that they can do it was what was important.
This student section, this crowd, are you kidding me? That's pretty special.
Was that electric?
That was awesome.
On the night of Battle of the Marsh, when we were outdoors and we had to come in, we had so many people, and that was the biggest student section I ever saw. I think this was probably just as big, and I think that the guys are starting to see we're fun to watch.
Yeah.
And so when they support us, man, Coach Hilber always says it, and I back it up. The name on the front of your jersey is more important than the name on the back, and we play for Mayville.
Yeah. Coach, congrats on the win. That's a big one for you guys.
Thank
Congrats.
you so much.
Appreciate it. There you go. That's Coach Caps. Appreciate him. Appreciate Leah and Brielle with us as well here on the postgame show. We'll send it up. Appreciate you, Coach. We'll send it back up to Justin and take a timeout. Be back right after this on Just Live Streams and Radio Plus Info.
Main Street in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmson is featuring a fashionable selection of furniture and flooring. That means remarkable savings on name brand furniture. Top quality name brands at special competitive prices. You'll get the taste, quality, and personalized service that has separated the Werner Harmson name from the best. Find their showroom in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmson Furniture and Total Flooring. Taste, service, selection. It's worth the drive to beautiful downtown Waupun.
Skyline Home Improvements LLC is a proud sponsor celebrating 25 years. Cody and Dwayne are proud to be a 4-star certified CertainTeed single installer, offering up to a 50-year warranty on shingles and a 10-year warranty on workmanship. Whether it's a steel roof or rubber roof and shingles, make the right choice. Skyline Home Improvements LLC. Free estimates, of course, from the football guys at Skyline Home Improvements. So what do you say? Let's get started on your home improvement.
Looking for a change? A new career that checks all of the boxes? Excellent benefits? A great team culture? And plenty of room to grow? Metalcraft of Mayville is looking for candidates like you to fill openings in Mayville, West Bend, and Beaver Dam. Metalcraft truly believes employees make the difference, offering paid training, top wages, and a regularly sanitized, safe workplace. Apply today at mtlcraft.com.
Metalcraft of Mayville. For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Precision engineering, rigorous attention to detail. A Bryant Evolution heating system is so well designed, it's as much of a joy to install as it is to use.
Good to go.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
AirTech Heating, doing whatever it takes.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot. Build better for future generations.
Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Looking for...
Welcome back here in the postgame show on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. Jordan, we talked about this. We thought this one could be a 5-setter, but Mayville tonight, they were dominant.
Yeah, they were, and it is worth mentioning. If Campbellsport closes out 2 sets, we could be playing a 4th set right now with Campbellsport with a 2-1 lead. But you got to give Mayville a ton of credit with how they finished out those last 2 sets, and like Coach Cap said, it was aggressive and it was confident, and I think those are 2 excellent words to use to sum up tonight. They were aggressive, they were confident, they stuck with it. It was just top to bottom, it was awesome.
And it wasn't like you had someone from Mayville completely take over. It was a team effort. I mean, you had Ehlers was great. Kylie Wenninger came in and was fantastic tonight.
She was awesome in the
was
first
great.
set,
I mean, it was a win by community from Mayville, and I think that's what Coach Caps wants to see.
Well, that's the most sustainable, right? I mean, like everyone's going to have an off night, so that's the most sustainable way to do this is to have a team that if Mansueto isn't hitting well, then you got Ehlers. If Ehlers isn't hitting well, then you got Vosco. And if Vosco, then you got Bader. Then you got – that's a good team. That's by definition a good team. So, yeah, I think that's exactly what he would want to see.
Overall, I would say that Mayville in general tonight, obviously Tuesday would happen. And I think Tuesday was probably great for this team. Theoretically, I mean,
as long as you can bounce back, right?
As long as you can bounce back.
Yeah.
But looking at how they bounced back tonight, Tuesday was probably great for this team.
Yeah, woke them up probably, I would assume. And hey, like we said this in the pregame on Tuesday. If you can only get one this week, this is the one tonight.
It's always Campbellsport.
You got to get this because it's conference. It's a big rivalry. They got it.
And that being said, we'll segue into what we got coming the rest of this week. Tomorrow, you will be covering Lamira and St. Mary Springs at St. Mary Springs. What a football matchup we're going to have there once again.
Friday nights at Fruth, man. There's nothing like it.
And people have counted out the Lions. I mean, early in the season, they said, they lost a lot. They lost 16 seniors, but it's a whole different team, and they're still good.
It's kind of interesting because that's the same conversation that people are having about Springs right now. Because it's like, preseason, well, this conference is between Mayville and Springs and no one else. And then after 3 weeks here, it's completely flipped. And now this conference is between Mayville and Lamira. It's coming down to the milk can again in week 9. And other than that, Springs has to play better than they've played the first 3 weeks of the season. And Coach Wilderman, I was talking to him today, and he said that. And I think it's going to be a great one tomorrow at Fruth. Looking forward to it.
Also, we'll have Wapana at Adams Friendship. Radio Plus will be covering that one. That'll be Steve and Randy over there. Fond du Lac at Kimberly. What a rivalry that always is. I know for me personally, I always like watching those games back in the day. It was a fantastic game to watch. We'll also be covering Algoma at Oakfield. Jeff will be doing that one tomorrow. That'll be a fantastic game in what we like to say, how do I say this? Your 8-man football. And 8-man football is a lot better than people really think it is. It is absolutely fun to watch. And then we'll be here, North Fond du Lac, Mayville. If you Mayville fans are sick of me, well, you've seen me 2 times this week. You'll see me a third. You'll see me tomorrow night as North Fond du Lac will take on Mayville. Mayville trying to stay perfect and move on to 4-0 and 2-0 in conference play. This has been Justin Schwartzmiller along with Jordan King. On Jeff's live streams, we always end with a prayer here, so we will say that. In the Lord's name, we pray. I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight and the Holy God for keeping all the athletes safe. Everybody travels safely home, and just another great night for sports here. In His name, we pray. Amen. Thank you, everybody. We'll be back on air for pregame football for you Mayville fans, probably at about 6:30-ish, 6:25-ish. I know Jordan will probably end up going a little bit earlier, maybe 6:20, 6:25-ish if you want to check in. You can listen to this either on Radio Plus Video Sports or on Jeff's live streams. No matter what, it does not matter. Hop into that YouTube chat. Let me know where you're watching from, who your favorite player is tomorrow night. I'll be back on air for football. Thank you, everybody, and good night. Singing so long from Mayville.
Radio Plus Sports and Jeff's live streams would like to thank our sponsors.
Hoekstra's Greenhouse, Sam's Well Drilling, Katie's Log Cabin,
Generations Lanes and Angling Only, PT Tire and Service, Pino Construction,
Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, Glamour Shop, Schaefer Auto,
Airtech, Coal, Oil, and Propane, WIT Services,
Pioneer Keg, Lidke Lumber, Municipal Well and Pump,
All Phase Heating and Cooling, Integrity Saw and Tool.